Up next, the Bucks taking on the Bulls. For the Bucks, they'll be on the road in a tough test. But when this team shines, they Bulls, Bucks.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. We've got the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Chicago Bulls. A tough game for them, facing up against a talent.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan. We've got Steve Smith and Greg Anthony alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight, David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, D.A. It'll be scary. Thanks. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Antetokounmpo.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2-guard spot. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. D out there with Otto Porter Jr. And it's Carter in at the 5. And Greg, after this season, Antetokounmpo will be eligible to sign a Supermax extension. The Bucks want him to stay happy.
The loss of Malcolm Brogdon last summer definitely stung. Trying to control costs, but you don't want to take a step back with Giannis's decision looming.
And White kicks to Porter. On the wing, Levine. 6 on the shot clock. The rebound by the Bucks. Here's Middleton. Kept alive. Here's Antetokounmpo. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And the fireworks begin. Should be an amazing show tonight.
How good is it to see the first one go through the net?
To the inside, Porter. Tries again. No good from D. For Milwaukee, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Bledsoe. That time on the assist by Antetokounmpo.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And he gets it to go.
He has length and he has athleticism. Both of those help him operate inside and beat good defenses.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. The wide open look here for Lopez. A second chance effort. Antetokounmpo, no good. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Bulls. Outside, Levine. Pass to Carter. D. Antetokounmpo defending. Outside, Levine. To the paint. Here's D. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Brook Lopez. The Bulls shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far in what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
And a solid playmaker, White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Here's Bledsoe, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
The first one falls. And Eric Bledsoe drops them both.
Well, the Bulls for so long were known as a tough rebounding team. Not the case anymore.
Yeah, you think of the last time the Bulls were a playoff mainstay. Rebounding was key. Now it's a weakness of their team. Dead last in the league in creating second chance points.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. He had 22 points in the win against Orlando.
And you know, another way he impacted the game was forcing turnovers. Really disrupted the offensive flow.
Here's Levine, and the layup's good off the glass. Levine's got his second bucket of the night.
Providing so much size and athleticism out of the backcourt, Levine challenging the heart of that defense.
Giannis outside. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Inside, D, and he jams it with authority. Well, Greg, you might know more about this than me, but the rumor is that Shea will be on the cover of NBA 2K21. I mean, what an honor.
I saw some behind-the-scenes footage of Shea doing some mocap for 2K, and I just can't imagine wearing that wetsuit covered in ping pong balls is comfortable. Great chance for Shea to increase his presence, though.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home team just couldn't pull out the win.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Trailing by 2. Porter at the elbow. Over Middleton. Again, Chicago.
With the defenses trying to take away the 3-ball, Porter understands that the mid-range area is open to him.
And it's sent back by Carter. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded by Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Fires top of the key. Kicks it down to Middleton. There's the 3. The shot that time not on target.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's D. Pass to Levine. Now here's Markkanen. They get a hand on it. And here they come. There's the lob at Antetokounmpo.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
To the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Milwaukee's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo. Buries it from 3-point range.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Down low, here's D, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, and that one, their rebounding was the difference. Big disparity between the two teams.
And you know this, what you do on the backboard may not completely win or lose a game, but it can tip the scale in one team's favor.
Chicago making some changes. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. Valentine comes in for Levine, and Satoransky subbed in for White. Hill with it. Now guarded by D. Here's Lopez. Got a hand on it. Here's Satoransky. Inside. Here's D. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Steve, so many talented players in the league. Sometimes there's frustration over the lack of playing time. For instance, you look at the Celtics last year, prime example.
Yeah, and I think sometimes, Kevin, you can have too much talent at the same positions and also style of play. You need some guys that can do other things that be effective on the court versus just scoring the basketball, and I think that's the reason why the Celtics ran into some trouble last year.
Valentine. Here's D, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Outside Hill. To the paint. Williams inside. No good that time. Nice D from D. Satoransky the pass to D. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now a 3-point Bulls lead. Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hill against Satoransky. Ball's knocked loose. And they're moving it up. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Can't be that easy for him. Gotta body him up down low.
And you have other methods as well. You could deny or you can just front the post.
Hill against Markkanen. Hill, no good.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Hill against Satoransky. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, there are a lot of letters that go into the spelling of Giannis Antetokounmpo's last name. He helped set the record straight of how you pronounce it.
The Nigerian way, you gotta say it with a D, so it's Antetokounmpo. But in the Greek way, you say it with an NT, like Antetokounmpo. Whatever you got, just say, you know, it's Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Seems easy enough. Ends up going with the new group. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Wendell Carter is out there with D. And it's White in at the point guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Carter. The Bulls leading by 5.
And last year, the Bulls having issues moving the ball was actually a strength for them in the seasons prior.
Totally agree. You look at all the relevant team assist stats. The Bulls were bottom 5 in all of them. This team, they fall into too much isolation for stretches.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, D in that last outing against the Hawks had a huge game. He dropped in 38 points and was his usual dominant self on the glass. The stat line was filled, and the whole league is talking about it. We'll see what he does for an encore tonight, Kevin.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Bledsoe outside. There's the lob. Antetokounmpo takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Bledsoe looking it over. Got a piece of it. Giannis outside. And it's White with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
To the middle. Here's Carter. And he banks in the layup. Carter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Here's DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by D. D's got 6 rebounds in the game. Hutchison, and he drops it in from the low post. And it's a 12-point Bulls lead.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
That's tipped.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
White against Bledsoe. To the inside. And the shot drops as they pick up 2 points from D. D's got 5 points in the quarter. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 14-point game. Here's Lopez. No good, unable to end this run. Chicago has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. On the wing, Levine. Lopez covering. Levine against Lopez. Levine passes to D. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. 27 points for D.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. And the pass to DiVincenzo. Inside. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to 14 points now in the basket from Antetokounmpo.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
1 second left. You can't get that one. And so it's Chicago with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks, we're over-shifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Then it's Brook Lopez. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's DiVincenzo in at the shooting guard position.
What's up?
That free throw, good from D. Smitty, here's an interesting question. Over the next 5 years, which player wins the most MVP?
You know, I think it's Giannis. He's looking like the favorite right now because the way he's playing, he has a possibility to win the MVP now. And then I think also because of his age, he's the one guy. And also Anthony Davis could catch Giannis. He has that type of talent.
White inside, guarded by Bledsoe.
And probably more of a natural scorer than passer. White has worked hard on his playmaking ability.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Bucks trail by 16. Pass to DiVincenzo. And here's Middleton, guarded by Levine. Middleton can't get it to go.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
The complete game of Otto Porter. Overplay him, and it's a good bet. He'll find the open band.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's the third youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, DA, and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Back to Carter. Porter looking it over. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Pass to Lopez. Over Carter. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Middleton. Lopez has got 5 points in the quarter.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only one miss in 5 attempts.
Chicago calls timeout.
And last year, Chris Middleton not quite as dead-eyed as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for White. The Bucks also changing it up. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. Matthews comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. D passes to Satoransky. But they get it back. D, and it's sent back by Lopez.
It's a bonus whenever Lopez comes up with the swat. Want to see more of this from the big fella.
Here's Connaughton. He's guarded by Markkanen. That shot misses. And the Bulls going the other way now. They led by as many as 18 points. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
The drive by Hill, tipped away, stolen by Markkanen. Gives it up for Levine, and the jam by Levine.
You love the execution here. Well-timed pass. Zach Levine showing off that 41-inch vertical.
Bucks trail by 17. Passes it to Connaughton. Lopez inside. Marking it on him. Hill has the open look. Good on the three-point shot.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space.
No good from D.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
Here's Lopez. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight. Down low, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now the pass to Connaughton. Lopez with the ball. Matthews left side. 6 to shoot. Connaughton kicks to Hill, fires the 3. The rebound by D. The Bulls leading by 14. Here's Levine, carries it down low. Levine's got 4 points this quarter.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that,
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Carter against Giannis. Pocket 6. Stolen by Levine. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. G out there with Carter. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Giannis against Carter. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And it's sent back by Carter.
that time Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Carter against Giannis. There's the triple. It's all in by the Bulls. D's got 13 rebounds in the game. Seeding. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's the break. Here's Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's Chicago with the rebound. D's got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
With their lead starting to stretch out just a little bit here late, they're in a prime position now to wrap this one up.
Lopez outside. Now the dish to Antetokounmpo. Count the basket. Giannis has got 26 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
White the pass to D. Good D by Lopez.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen. I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Bucks trail by 8. Bledsoe finds Middleton. Here's DiVincenzo, guarded by Porter. Middleton against White. Middleton dishes to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 6. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. White, good.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. The short rest, very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, D.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
The lift he got from this home crowd has been obvious. There's nothing fans love more than getting a big game out of someone other than one of their stars. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Thanks so much, David.
Despite the shot-first mentality, Levine understands he also needs to facilitate for this offense to run well.
Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. And that one hits back iron. Outside Levine. It's picked off. The finish. Clinks the dunk off the rim.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes.
Oh!
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
Bucks trail by 12. Bledsoe outside. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Giannis from outside. Rebound by the Bulls.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
To the paint. Here's Carter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez.
This is the thing about Wendell Carter. He's got the skill to go with the size. Very difficult to defend.
And he makes the first.
And even as a rookie, you could see the consistency game to game from Wendell Carter. Very dependable on the glass and on the scoreboard for a player so young.
Giannis passes to DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Power down with both hands.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. And with Carter, he's only going to get better over the years.
The upside is easy to see. He always finds ways to contribute to this team. Not sure if he'll be a star, but he'll be a rock on the offense and defensive end for a long time.
Bucks trail by 13. 1:14 left to play in the final quarter. They swipe it.
and there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Chicago.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so and here is Satoransky. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of us here at the K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.
What's up, Shaq here. That was one of the best offensive performances I've seen this year. If you can keep it up, I might even give you one of my nicknames.
Hey, Shaq, I'm not mad at that. I'm going to try it, Shaq, man. Look, I'm going to keep trying to move it, you know what I'm saying? But as far as tonight, I think the key was staying aggressive. Once the ball's in my hands, my teammates are always encouraging me to attack. It's phenomenal to be with a group of guys that support each other like we do. And now, you know what that does? It helps us level up.
Level up might be your new nickname.
Jay, we've got that meet and greet with the season ticket holders now.
Got me too?
Yeah.
Are they in there already?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, great.
I gotta go, guys. My bad. My bad.
Still our guy, Jay. We love you.
Really strong play from Che recently, but I want to talk about something I like to call perspective.
Okay, say it with me, everyone. Stop.